to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And the Rams will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Michigan's offense will have the ball first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up...
He's loose. Past the 30. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
For the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Colorado State's offense will take the field for the first time. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
On third down, he drops to throw. Flicks it out of the air. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Still looking, on the move. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Complete to the right. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got his man.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Hand off to the lone back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to fire. It's caught. Turning it on. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Using using the quick game. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. He leaves it with his back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Completes it in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Now the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas Tech endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Lubbock, and the Red Raiders came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Oh, that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air on second down. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's fourth down. And the Rams will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Wants to return it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's got the back in the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Spins away from the defense. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
The Rams with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Rams will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed, and the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Colorado State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. The play action fake.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Hunt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Pocket breaking down. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity. To the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. will kick it away to start. And here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Michigan's offense will go to work first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rams offense will go to work for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Quick release by the QB. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. And the Rams decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll move the tight end. The hand to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys will have another peek at this Rams offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this team.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
The Rams will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes the Michigan offense. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down.